We are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Content Cash Machine, which is also, it's also to say that I'm not going to tell you how to write every fucking day because that's not what it's about. I'm going to show you how to write something once and use it forever. So it's like how to consistently make money from your content without having to produce content every single day. Oh my God, yay. Okay, can you hear me, guys? Can you see me, guys? Give me a comment, let me know. Give me a comment, let me know I can see and hear. Woo! I love you guys. Thank you so much for giving me your time today because I know that time is precious. So I promise this is going to be super fun. We're going to go through really quickly and I'll give you the slides at the end as well. But I do want you to get a pen and paper if you're old school like me. Guys, have you seen my, this is my Harry Potter journal. It's so crazy that like our phone cameras are so clear, but I'm a little grainy because I'm on my laptop. So I apologize, but it's the only way to access this. Anyway, this is my Harry Potter journal, and it says, I solemnly swear I am up to no good. So if you're old school like me and you got a journal, get it out, get a pen, because I'm going to get you to do some easy maths. And yeah, let's do this. Should I get my slides out? We've got just under 100 people who signed up, and I'm wondering if we get started. Yeah, fuck it. Let's get started. You're on time. I'm on time. Let's get started. Okay, let me get my slides going. Doop. There we go. View. I always like to have my outlines on the side because I need to know what's coming next. Okay. I haven't done a webinar for ages. So you guys are awesome for bearing with me. Screen share time. Slides to keep us on track. Whoa, slideception. Nice one, Crowdcast. Okay, it means that you will still see me in the corner, but when I flick to my slides, I can't see your chat. So what we're going to do is I will flip between my slides and flip between myself so I can see. But if you have any questions, hold them off until the end. Oh, that flipped out again. Morning, Maxine. Okay, so I'm in slide mode, which means you can see my slides, which means I can't see you guys chatting. Just the way it is, but we can work through it. So, as I said, look, I haven't mastered how to do the full screen of slides, but also for me to see what's coming next. So I make sure that I don't jump ahead of the game and talk about a slide on another slide. anyway, welcome to Content Cash Machine Masterclass. This is about reverse engineering your sales so you can create a content strategy that sells. So here's my promise to you guys. I'm going to give you the 3 surefire steps to setting successful financial goals. Here's the thing. We're generally all creative people, like at heart. Everyone in my community is a creative, whether you channel your creativity as an accountant or a bookkeeper, or you channel your creativity as a spiritual coach or a facialist or a skin specialist like Maxine, who sells amazing skin products. Or I said me, a spiritual coach. We tend to hate looking at numbers. We tend to hate looking at money. So I'm going to make sure, like, the only way for us to reverse engineer your content and make sure it sells is to understand numbers and figures. So look, we're going to do it together. I am here for you. I'm going to help you figure out your financial goals in a super successful way So you feel like you're not just shooting a number into the air and then praying and hoping that you can make it happen. So I'm going to walk you through that. Then I'm going to talk to you about how to create a unique selling strategy. And then I'm going to talk to you about the new way to map out your content that gives you value, builds relationships, and gets new clients without you having to write content every single day. Because copy. Yay. Okay, so this training is for you if, and I haven't proofed these slides, so let's have some fun. This training is for you if you're struggling to sell and whenever you send an email, it's nothing but crickets and tumbleweeds. This training is for you if you don't want to email your list every second day with brand new content because you're too damn busy. This is for you if you've tried producing content consistently and you feel like stabbing your eyes out because you're not a writer, the blank page mocks you. It's just not what you're here to do. It's okay. You can be a successful business owner and not be a writer. And this training is for you if you want to sell consistently, but you don't want to sound like a sleazy douchebag, which is all of you, which I totally understand. So this training is for you. This is absolutely for you. Now, before we keep going, I had to do this. Actually, I'm going to turn my phone on silent because I'm on silent. I'm going to turn my iPad on silent because anytime I turn my phone on silent, it just connects through to my iPad and it's very annoying and there's no little button to flip on it. Okay, cool. Done. Mobiles, iPads are off. I shut down my Facebook tab. As heartbreaking as it was to leave Facebook for a good hour, we're good. This information is going to create insane amounts of change for you. So pay attention. If you stick with me, there is a rad offer at the end of the masterclass to work with me. So stay tuned to the end. Now, the bit about me. Hey, I'm Elizabeth. You guys know me, you've been around, but just in case you're brand new and you might have not seen my face because I generally let my words do all the talking instead of my face and my mouth. But I do run the copywriting agency, The Copy Word. And what this means is I make money from writing words and sharing them all over the internet. I guess what makes me a little bit different, a little bit special, a little bit unique in the copywriting realm is all my copy is ingrained in marketing and communication psychology. So I have a degree in marketing and media communications. I have a master's degree in speech pathology, and I completed my mini MBA in marketing as well. So everything, every single word that I write is strategic. Every single word I write has a reason to be there, and it's all about making the sale. I'm also a screenwriter and an author, and this year I'm going to produce my very first web series, and I'm completely freaking terrified. But, you got to do things that scare you. So I have two dogs, Melvin and Charlie. I gave them a pig's ear just before this call. They're pretty much done with the pig's ear already. They might bark. You might say hi. So, they're part of the office. And I do have one fiance getting married in 2 months' time. And ultimately, I've created all of this amazingness, like running a copywriting agency, becoming a screenwriter, writing a book, and now producing a web series because I believed I could. I believe I can do anything that I want. And so I do, right? And I guess I want to tell you that there isn't anything super special about me except for I believe, and so I do. And so can you. So guys, let's do it. I'm going to jump across to see you. So be careful of the inception for a moment, and we will unfocus this screen. Oh, let's close that for a sec. Hi. So that was a little introduction before we go straight into it. So, hey, Tamara, Maxine, Lara, Laura, Hannah, Mia, Rochelle, Michelle, me, Marielle, Mia, Jennifer. Who else? Yana. Who else is here? If I haven't said hi to you, hello. Welcome. So let's get straight into it. Hey, Ellie. Coffee. Hey, Jemmy, welcome. All right, I'm going to reshare my slides and we're going to get straight into it, guys. Okay. Sharing. Okay. So here's like the big concept of becoming a content cash machine, which is kind of maybe not what you would expect, but this is my way, my secret, my unique strategy that I'm sharing with you today. It is, we're going to write it once, then we're going to use the words that you write to sell it forever. So introducing your email sales series. This is the way to use your content to become the cash machine. How amazing is this? Okay, I'm going to talk you through exactly what emails to write, exactly how to use them, but ultimately the point of this is that it's a set of emails that you write once and you use it to sell forever. And Mia can vouch for it. Maxine can vouch for it. Anyone who's written the email sales series with me in the past can vouch for it. So here's how you can use your email sales series. You can send these emails to your current list repeatedly for evergreen offers. Guys, I need you to understand that out of how many people on your list, the small percentage actually opens your emails and then actually absorbs the information and then actually takes action, which means you can repeatedly use these 5 sets of emails that I'm going to talk you through for years, continuously, routinely for years, okay? Right, and if you add on the idea that, or the theory that people need to read something 7 times before it sinks in, before they say yes, you've got 7 times to repeat this throughout the 1 year, and then you can do it all again next year. Also, like I'm so excited about this because time, you get your time back, you get your life back. You don't have to sit, you don't have to write emails every single day to make money, okay? Also, you can send these emails to your brand new crew when they join. So we all know about running, having a free opt-in and getting people into your list. You can use these emails and you can set them on automation. So whenever someone joins your list, they get these emails to welcome them in, making new sales straight away. And you can also send these emails when it's launch time and promotion time. So if you have an open and closed course, or you have set promotion times throughout the year, if you want to promote your one-on-ones 3 times a year, these emails you can send 3 times a year without doing anything else. So imagine, guys, imagine sending 8 emails and making $28,400. That's an extra 0 in there. $28,400 in 2 months. Ashley did it. Imagine sending 5 emails and making $25,000 in 3 months. Caroline did it. And imagine sending 5 emails and making $11,000 in 1 week. Cara did it. And you can do it too. Okay, so before we go into the copy, before we go into the content, let's get financial smart, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to teach you the 3 surefire steps to setting successful financial goals that you feel good and that you have the level of certainty that you are going to make it happen. Okay, and this is my 3 steps. It's called objective, program, pipeline. I made it up because I'm awesome, but it's generally, I made up the OPP method. But it's something that every marketing strategist will know about, every business owner will, business strategist will know about. And so I really want to make sure that you have the knowledge, you have the power, because knowledge is power, okay? So I want to empower you by showing you that, this is the first step. It's not enough to just blindly write emails and shoot them off into the internet and see what happens. Be educated. That way you can avoid the highs and lows, oh my God, this is totally going to save my business, and everything comes crashing down, right? You have information that will guide you and help you understand how all of this plays out. The numbers help you predict and show you exactly what you need to do to achieve what you want to achieve. And, you know, this is so important. As I said, for us creatives, we don't want to look at it. It's boring. We just want to be creative. But let's take 10 minutes right now, understand your financial goals and how you're going to make it happen. Okay, so the first bit is the objective. How much do you want to make this month, this year? I'm going to flip it over and I want to see your answer. I'm going to copy this and put it in because I will close the screen. How much do you want to make this year? Maybe I can do this. Focus screen. Oh, yeah, chuck that over there. Oh, no. How much do you want to make this year, you guys? Or this month, this year, tell me. Oh, God, that's so much better. We can switch. Okay, you guys have your yearly goal. Can you break it down into what you would need to make this month for me? Quick calculation. Divide by 12. Get your calculator out. Okay, 10 pounds this month. $4,200. God, you can see my brain like works hard to try to understand maths, you guys, like honestly. 20K a month. Danielle, hello, welcome. 21,000 pounds. 21K a month for Mia. 8,500 for Rochelle. 1,000 a month, starting small. Love it, Maxine. Okay. Now, you guys, write it down. Have it there. We're going to move on to the next slide. 10K a month. Good. We know what we want to make. Let's talk about how. 2,500 for Hannah. Okay. I'm switching back. Okay, we've got our objective. Now we need to look at the program breakdown. So what are you going to sell and what is the price point of what you are going to sell? Okay. So what's the program that you're going to sell and how much do you make every time you sell one? Guys, I'm just going to miss the room because I don't know why. I just have this, I just want to empower us all with some beautiful room mist. This stuff can be, looking at the numbers is daunting. I can kind of feel a little bit of a bubble going on. So let's miss the room. Cool. So Alexandra charges $3,000 per person for her program Structurally Sound. So I didn't grab your 10K monthly. So, okay, awesome. So you've got the breakdown. I want someone else to share me their program and how much and what's the price point for it. I want more coffee. It's like a dreg. Move on to my water. Okay, Julia has a 4-month program for 1,600. Mia has one-on-one coaching for 3,333. Awesome, and she's gone ahead and done more figures without waiting for me. And Danielle has a $5,000 90-day program. Okay, awesome. So you guys are kind of guessing what's coming next. Now, let's do it this month. How many do you need to sell of your program to reach your goal this month? How many do you need to sell to reach your goal this month, guys? So simple, your income goal divided by your price point. So let's do that. I'm going to, again, come across here so I can see. Surely. All good. Here we go. Danielle needs to sell 4. Awesome. 4 hell yeses. 4 payments. Lara from the Wedding Lab. She's got a 99 dollar package. So divided by, what's your income goal? Let me go up and see. Lara, did you share your income goal with me? 10K months. So how many do you have to sell in a month to do $10,000 from a $99 per package? Okay, Maxine, if she's doing consultations, it's 10. Jess, the replay link is the same link. So when you come back to this link, it will just be ready for you to watch the replay. Have fun. Marielle, guided tour overseas, between 3 and 7K per person. So let's do the middle, like get your average. The middle would be like 5. So how many do you have to sell of a 5K package to hit your figures? Mia needs 6. And Lara needs to sell like 101. I just did the calculation. 101, you just did it as well. Awesome. Okay, so guys, this isn't like the end. It's not like, cool, you know how much you need to sell. Now we need to look at the next step, which I will show you right now. And this is the step that many people don't kind of look at. They stop here. But the next step is looking at the pipeline. So you have been in business for a decent amount of time that you have information. You have a history. Okay, so now this is the point to look at your history, look at your stats and go, how many people do you need to speak to close the sale? So you might not speak to people personally one-on-one, but I'm guessing a lot of us who are selling these high-level packages do need to speak to a lot of people one-on-one. So for someone like Lara, which is a $99 package, like how many inquiries do you need to get, or how many people do you need to speak to get the one? How many people needs to read your message to get to the one? So yours might not be specifically speaking to someone on a call. Yours might be how many people need to be exposed to my message. So you might need to skip this step and your percentage will probably be smaller at this point. But for most of us who have anything that is like $1,000 and up that we're selling, we're going to need to speak to people on the call. So your pipeline is, how many people do you need to speak to close the sale? And you will know because you probably have spoken to at least 5-10 people in the last year minimum. How many did you close? I put 2 questions on this slide. So the next bit is then once you kind of figure out how many people you need to speak to, how many people need to actually inquire to even book a call? So here's the thing, from the moment someone gets out their credit card, there are steps along the way. This is your pipeline. There are certain steps people need to take to get closer to the yes. So it's not just a matter of like, all you have to do is speak to 5 people because 5 people are all you need. If your sales conversions are 50%, then you need to speak to 10 people. And if your conversions are 25%, you need to speak to maybe 45 people. You need 45 people to inquire before you can get the 10 on the call, before you can get the 5, right? So this is where a lot of us don't want to look at it, but this is where we do need to look at it, because we need to understand currently, so we can fix it, how many people firstly do you need to speak to close the sale? So I'm going to come back so I can take a look. No one has shared anything yet. It's daunting, right? But knowledge is power, you guys. I'm going to make this the focus. Get rid of all this inception, guys. Inception away. Oh, God. Here we go. Everything's slow. Okay. So first bit is, guys, how many people do you need to speak to close the sale? That's what I want to know. Okay, Maxine, why are you stuck on this one? What's your past tell you? You have more information than you realize, okay? You can take an educated guess based on your last year's performance of emailing people out. How many people do you need to email out sharing your products and stuff to get the sale. Me at 20. Mia needs to speak to 20 people. Perfect. All right. You guys, I need more numbers here. Not letting you go without this step. I want to see. Hang on. I want to see. Has anyone bailed on this call since we started? Because, yes, a few people have bailed since we started because numbers are scary and like bury their head in the sand. But you are not burying your head in the sand. Awesome. So Maxine needs to speak to 20 people personally to get her 10. Michelle's working out on numbers. Will take a while. Totally awesome. Thank you for letting me know. Julia says 6 to 10 calls. Perfect. So you know you need to get 6 to 10 people on a call to hit your target. Alexandra thinks for her it's probably close to 40 plus. Is that 40 plus people on phone call? Julia means contacting at least 100. Okay, so 40, how does it feel? Okay, so this is where you can look at your pipeline and be like, I feel like it's broken. So for example, with Alexandra, if you need to speak to 40 plus people, right, exactly. So this is how we can start looking at, okay, in the past, I've had to speak to 40 plus people to, I'm gonna have to scroll up because I need to remember what your goal was. 40 plus people to, oh, shit. I don't know if you shared the 40 plus people to, my sentence is waiting. Okay, 10K months with 3K programs. Okay, so that is an indication to you to be like, that is a lot of people I need to speak to sell 4 programs a month. So this is really important because you can look at your pipeline and go, okay, so the sales call bit, you can look at it and go, what am I attracting the wrong people? Which you just mentioned you are, so you have some insight there. And also, is there any training and education I can do to fix my sales calls? So there's kind of 2 things I would look at. The first bit is attracting the right people, which I'm going to help you out with today with our communication and further down the pipeline. But is there any way that you can fix something that happens on that sales call as well? That is something I would also look at. Little bonus tip there. So Sandy needs to talk to 20 plus contacts. Okay. And Sandy, Danielle needs to talk to at least 30 people a month. How does it feel? Does it feel like a lot of people to speak to and have that contact with? Does it feel like you're like, fuck it, I don't want to speak to 20 people just to make my target. I don't want to speak to 30 people. How does it feel? It feels overwhelming, right? But how would you have known if we didn't do these numbers? Now you have the power to change it. So guys, you have the power to change this, okay? This is not set in stone. It's insanely overwhelming. Cheapsend is a standard conversion rate, but with me you can get 5, so stay tuned. Let's all take a collective deep breath because I appreciate it is overwhelming, but you have the power to completely transform your pipeline. You have the power to change it. You have this power because you did the numbers and you have this knowledge, okay? So I need you to, like, give yourself a hug, give yourself a kiss, right? You've got this. I've got you. And nothing is set in stone. But I also want you to kind of reflect and go, oh my God, knowing the numbers now, I can forgive myself for not hitting my income level last year. I didn't realize I needed to speak to 20 plus people to make my target. And I didn't. Every month I didn't speak to 20 plus people to make my target. which is why I didn't. So this is also like, look, I know as an entrepreneur, we look at the past and we use the past to judge our future. And we're like, oh my God, this sucked, so therefore I suck. You can drop all of that drama and drop all of that story. 2018 was the way it was because of the numbers, not because of you. Now we have the numbers, now we can fix it, okay? So can we put overwhelming right now into like over here? Let's just put it over here. It's not part of us. Hello, overwhelming. I'm gonna chuck you over here. I'll come back to you in a moment. We're gonna keep moving forward. Can you guys give me a yes, give me a thumbs up, let me know that you are cool with just taking overwhelm out, putting it over here, saying, guess what, overwhelm, I will come back to you. It's cool. I'm not gonna completely ignore you. I know I can't. I know you're gonna nag. Put you over here. We'll come back to it. Yes. Okay. Guys, you have the power to change all of this. We have the power to change all of this. But knowing is the step, the first step. Okay. So, jumping back. The next bit is play with your numbers. So, sorry, the next bit is once you know how many people you need to actually speak to, then we need to know how many people actually need to inquire, because as you know, you might, same for me, I will send out an email. I'll get 30 people reply. I will reply back to them. I will only get, 10 people who actively engage back, and then I might only make, 7 sales. I just made up those numbers. I don't know for sure, but what I'm saying is that every time you are slightly more removed in your pipeline, there are more people that you need to pull from. So like this inquiry number, it's kind of a number that will be the focus. It's the focus I want you to think of when it comes to communicating and when it comes to selling, because that's the number of people that need to actually hear your message and respond to your message in order for you to hit your numbers. So if your inquiry is like, but here's the thing. So if your inquiry is, I need 100 people to inquire. I need 100 people for this to hit home. I need 100 people to hear me. All of a sudden, you don't need thousands and thousands and thousands of people, right? Your message only needs to speak to 100 people. Your focus only needs to go into communicating with 100 people. And sure, more people will hear it because you might have a big community than 100, but you don't need to speak to 1,000 people to make your 5 sales. You only need to speak to 100 people to make your 5 sales. So all of a sudden, right, this whole idea, I need to build my list, I need to get like 10,000 people on my list or more because that's the only way I'm going to make this money. If you only need 100 people a month to hear you, to see you, for the message to resonate with you enough for them to hit reply, all of a sudden your world shrinks. It's not very big. It's not a huge number. All right, I'm going to come back to you because I want to ask, does this make sense? Does this make sense, guys? So while we did the numbers that looked scary, in actual fact, that final inquiry number is so much smaller than what you've been told. Oh my God, sorry, this program is moving at dinosaur pace. Okay, so that eases the overwhelm for me to know that even if I've got like 7,000 people on my list, I only ever need at any one time maybe 200 of those people to hear it and see it and inquire over the course of the month. That's it. Does that feel so much more manageable? Does that feel easier? Right. Right. Okay, you have 80 people on your list, Julia. How many people do you have on for your Facebook, on your Instagram? What is your collective community number, not necessarily just your email list? Your email list is one platform. Your Facebook page is a platform, your Instagram page is a platform. Wherever you hang out, you might have a Facebook group as a platform. While emails you actually own, and I would say that is premium, you still have a wider network and a wider platform, guys. So how does your overwhelm feel now? Okay, so you probably have 800 people in your community. How many people do you honestly only need to hear your message and respond? Danielle has a page with over 18,000 plus. About 200 on your email list. Guys, whether you have 50, whether you have, right, look, there is still something for you. It might also make you realize that, okay, my expectations need to be adjusted as I grow my community of people, right? This is information, like we can't ignore it. If you have 50 people and say you've sold to 10 of them, that's like a 20% close rate. 25? I can't do maths off the top of my head. So if you have sold, okay, my point is, Marielle, if you have sold to your 50 people, you are successful. Just because you haven't sold to the level that you want doesn't mean you're not successful. It just means that you haven't been aware of the numbers. Okay, so it might, so, you know, we talked about the pipeline, the conversion from, you know, sales, like list to your calls. I mean, that's beautiful. We just need to put more people into your pipeline. Right? So if you have 50 and you've even sold one, that's like 2%, I believe, which means you're on par for industry average anyway, if you sell, you know, so there's nothing wrong with how your pipeline. What you need to do is we need to start bringing more people into your world. Okay? That's also another way to look at your pipeline. There are people who are like, I need to speak to like 50 people to make 10 sales. And I would say you need to look at, you need to, in that situation, you actually need to look at your sales calls themselves. But for you, you know, depending on how many you've sold in the last year, you might be killing your pipeline. We just need to put more people in. So yeah, your business needs a lot of work. It doesn't need a lot of work. It needs a lot of understanding. Okay, so Ellie Sanchez said I have 1,300 on my list, 3,000 on IG, 1,200 on Facebook group, but they're not buying as quickly as I put the pitch out there. Okay, cool. So you have the platform. If we're not so where in the buying process are they not actually going? Are they not even inquiring, or are they inquiring but then dropping off and they're not booking a call, but are they inquiring? Are they responding to your messages and inquiring and then going dead? Okay, so, you know, we want to know where. Are you getting a lot of inquiries and then they drop off? Because we can figure out what it is. Hey, Hannah, no worries. Okay, let's keep moving forward, because regardless of what's going on in the pipeline, yeah, okay, cool. Well, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Okay, I'm going to switch it back to, Inception. All right, massive fun, guys. keep overwhelm over here for a moment because I am going to help you now fix parts of your pipeline that will increase for you. Let me keep with the numbers theme because knowledge is power. Okay, and I'm going to introduce you to your email sales strategy. So you guys, statistically speaking, you will make a sale from 1% of your list as a bare minimum without even trying. Right? So here is some maths I prepared earlier. That means if you have 300 people on your list, you should be able to easily and effortlessly get 3 clients without even trying. Okay? I'm going to reiterate this. That 1% is the bare freaking minimum. We are going to rewrite your emails and they will convert to 5% of your list. So if you have 300 people on your list, you will get 15 clients. This is your new bare minimum. Okay, so in all of that number stuff we've been doing about looking at the past, which knowledge is power, and you can understand, you can have an overview to see what has been going on in the past. Firstly, to fucking forgive yourself for the last year because the numbers don't lie. But also look at this. With your words, we get to change your whole entire pipeline. $5% of your list is your new bare freaking minimum. So guys, here's the difference in your income. If you get 3 clients at $1,000, that's a $3,000 month. If you get 15 clients at $1,000, it's a $15,000 month. I want you to do your maths now. Let's just focus in on your email list because that's what these numbers are for. I can't give numbers for social media, but tell me about your email list and figure out the 1% and then figure out the 5%, guys. I want to see the difference. What you're selling without trying, what you can make without trying, what you will make with your new emails. Tracy, yes, there is a replay. This exact same link that you're on right now, the replay will sit. Okay, so guys, I need you to figure out what 1% of your list is. Right, Alexandra, 1% of her list is 13 people, 5% of her list is 65 people. Insane amount of difference that she can bring into her pipeline just from her words. Alexandra will retire tomorrow. Tracy, tell me, it is worth it. If your list is so small that your 1% kind of rounds down to 0. What? 1% is 1. 5%, is 5% 15? Yeah, 5% is 15. Dude, isn't that worth it? That is so worth it. If I had 15 new clients a month, 5% is 5, okay. But what would be the difference? What was your package again? What's your package? I need to scroll up. You guys are so awesome and active. We're having the best time. I can't even, they won't even let me go further up. I can't see. What's that in cash? What's that in cash, Julia? Because to me, sorry, Tracy, what's that in cash, Tracy? Because it is so worth it. Sam says 1% is 8, 5% is 40. Now I want you to calculate what that revenue difference is. Danielle's 1% is 20, 5% is 100. Julia's, you're happy if you get 1%. Well, we will get you 1% easily. Guys, this is how we fix your pipeline. This is how we change the numbers. Okay? Let's go back to the slides. As I said with your email sales strategy, you will use this to sell to your current list, sell to your brand new clients when they join your list, sell when it's launch and promotion time. All you need are 5 emails to make this happen. 5 emails to go from 1% to 5% conversion rate. 5 emails to go from $3,000 to $15,000 months. Are you ready? I'm going to walk through every single one of these 5 emails that you need to write so you can write them. Email number 1 of the first 5 emails that will increase your conversions from 1% to 5%. So you need to tell a story of what their future could look like. Okay? So what we're going to do in the first email is really put ourselves in our clients' shoes. What do they want? What is the future that they dream of? What is the future that working with you is going to give them? I want you to get them to visualize what they want by taking them there, actually taking them into the future. Tell the story of them in the future. Then we need to bring it back into the present moment, and you need to explain how this is going to happen for them. You're going to connect their future with their present. This is going to happen for you when you sign up to my program. Then you're going to get them to commit to what they want, which is the future, right? We really want to get them to believe and commit to what they want. So we're getting them to buy into it. Then the call to action is going to be like, hit reply, let's get on a call, click here, check it out, go buy it. Here's the sales page. That's the first email, guys. This is the first email that gets sent out that will change your conversions from 1% to 5%. So we're really telling a story and putting them in their future, getting them to feel it and buy into it. And then we're going to bring them back into the present moment, remind them you're not there yet, but working with me is going to get you there. This program is going to get you there. Then we get them to recommit. This is what you want. This is what you said you wanted. This is, you want this. This, are you going to say no to it? No, right? And then we get them the call to action, hit reply now. Okay? This is the email number 1. I'm going to go through the other 4 emails. Before I do, I'm going to jump back, open this, take a look. Tracy says, any new subscribers worth it? My jewelry sales are around 40 to 50, so even 5 subscribers would be 350. That's better than 0. Awesome. Guys, you got this. Okay. How do you feel about that first email? Writing it. Before I share any more, are you like, ugh, lame Liz, this isn't going to work? Or are you like, let's do it? Makes sense. Yeah, guys, we are using consumer psychology in your emails to change your whole entire pipeline. Awesome. Okay, let's go back. Let's go to the next email. You can totally do it. Okay. So you send that one out and you're like, two things are going to happen. People are going to be like, oh my God, yes, hit reply. And then the people who don't hit reply, who open it, are going to be like, ooh, it's going to start planting seeds, it's going to start simmering, right? So then also, so from here, you're going to get people who hit reply. You're going to get some sales. You're going to get people who hit reply and no sales. But you send out this next one and the people who read it and don't reply are going to get another ooh. The people who inquired and didn't follow through are going to get another ooh. And the people who never opened the first one are going to get an email that is going to give them the first ooh, right? But that's what we want. We want people to like read your email and go and have that like thud, like, oh, shit, right. Right? Stop them in their tracks. This is what this is going to do. Okay, second email is it's a showcase with a story. So we're going to take one of your past clients and tell a story. If you do not have a past client yet, I want you to imagine your ultimate dream client and tell a story of what happened, where they were before working with you and where they're at after working with you. Okay, so we're going to paint a picture of what your client's life is like right now so they can be taking it there. Again, the future. Actually, wait, I'm going to change this up. I'm changing this up. Before working with you, and this is what I want to do. This is what I do now, actually. Paint a picture of what client's life is like right now. Cool. Okay. So this is like a before and after. So you know how before and afters are so insanely successful in like diets and bodies? We're doing this for your people. First, we're going to show them what your client's life was like before working with you, the before. Then we're going to paint the picture of what their client's life, what your client's life is like right now after working with you. And we're really going to talk about how this is the reality of the client. This is now their reality. And then pretty much it's like, if you want this before and after, hit reply right now and let's talk about it. Okay, so this is the before and after, the transformation. But we're not telling people about a transformation, we're showing them in a story, and that is the major difference. So the new point that I added here, what their life was like before working with you, this is really getting buy-in from your reader. The person who hasn't worked with you is going to be exactly in the same position as your client was, where your client was before working with you. So they're like, oh my God, this is so me. Oh my God, I totally feel what the client is feeling, right? Then we can slide into, they've got this buy-in. Oh my God, this is me, right? And then we flip to painting the picture of what this client's life is like after working with you, all the results, all the outcomes, the amazingness. And now there's a gap. You're not living this client's life anymore, but you want to. This, and then really explicitly explaining this is the reality for this client. This isn't just a made-up fairy tale. This is the reality of what happens when you work with me. Hit reply now, and let's get on a call. Okay? Consumer psychology, fixing the pipeline. Okay, so that's the second email we send out. So anyone who isn't a client is going to get this email. People who inquired but dropped off are going to get this email again. This is another reminder of how incredible you are and why they inquired in the first place. So you're building another yes moment, right? Can I tell you how many times I get inquiries? They go silent. I continue to email my list out. And then on the 3 emails later, so maybe a week later or 5 emails later, a month later, they come back to me and work with me, okay? So it's a short-term return on investment and a long-term return on investment. The short-term is this email will get you a sale from this specific email. The long-term investment is this email is going to continually plant seeds and plant emotion and that damn feeling into the reader, and they will say yes later. Okay. Before I move on, I'm just going to come check you guys. Okay. Lara is asking for examples. Don't have any examples. My examples are my clients' work. But there is an awesome offer where I might be able to write them for you. So stay tuned for that. Tracy said light bulb is starting to go off, but I have to go. Okay, awesome. Tracy, come back to the live stream. Okay. Julie says, so you ask them to hit reply and you don't put a link in the calendar. Okay. So I prefer to ask them to hit reply, and here's why. We want to turn a one-way conversation into a two-way conversation. So at the moment, you're broadcasting people. You're broadcasting to people. You're putting it out there. And to send them to a booking link does not build that glue that connects you with them. So the first step I would do is get them to hit reply, and you can turn the one-way broadcast into a two-way conversation. Then all of a sudden you guys are like buds, right? Then you can send them the link to book. You'd be like, then you've got more connection. Okay, Mia says I get a bit of resistance around sending out the same email to people who inquired but dropped off. I feel like they think it's lazy. They don't think it's lazy. They don't even think about it, Mia. They're not sitting there thinking about you. They literally, it literally hasn't even registered that they got that email. It has gone in one ear and out the other because because life, right? So resend it. Awesome. Okay. Going back. We're going back in. We're diving in. I know you need to hear it, love. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Okay, third email, kind of the same vein, but this time we are putting you as the lead in your story. So what we're doing here is putting a personal story from yourself with the client's biggest pain point. So a lot of you have lived what your ideal client has lived. So we want to build this rapport and connection by saying, hey, I get you, I get where you're at because I was there and I can help you. And we are going to do that by telling a first person story with the same pain point your client is experiencing. Okay, like so for Mia, her pain point was like losing herself and her spirituality with like preconditioned like society and rediscovering herself. And like when you lose yourself, you get depressed and like life is hard and shit feels hard and you're disconnected. And it's in that process of coming back to you that all of a sudden life is amazing and beautiful again. And that was Mia's experience. And so that was the first person story that we told for Mia. Mia, I hope you allowed me to share that. I'm sure you did because we want to share it with your people. And that's what Mia helps people do. So the story is of your journey that shares the same pain point with your clients and what you learned and how you overcame that pain point to live this miraculous life that you live now. And then a call to action at the end. Hey, hit reply. Let's talk about your own miraculous life. Now, this can be interchanged. If you're an expert and you haven't gone through the same personal story as your client, that's okay. You're allowed to be an expert. You're allowed to like be a doctor who hasn't gone through health issues, right? You can still be an amazing doctor because of your medical training. So I would put another client story in here instead of your own personal story. Okay? If you share a pain point with your client, and I know most of you will because your client, because you were your clients. Oh shit, what happened there? Oh. Control Z. This is a beautiful, beautiful way to cement that rapport we've been building, to show them, I have walked in your shoes. I know you. I've been there and I have personally overcome it, not overcame it. Okay? Okay. Let's go straight into the fourth email. So the fourth email is called the truth bomb. And in this email, it's really, like, I call it a truth bomb because we're kind of sharing a truth. We're sharing what is going on in their life, in their reality right now. It's kind of like this shake them up, shock them bomb. It's a bomb that's going to explode and shake them and wake them up. And the way we do that is we really talk about what is going on in their life right now, which is not what they want, right? People come to you because they want something. They're not receiving that in their life right now. How does that show up in their daily life? What does that look like? So for example, if I was selling my messaging meditation, which is a 10-minute audio to help people get through writer's block, then my truth bomb would be the blank page mocks you. You have a feeling, but you don't know how to translate it into words. Like, I would talk about all the things that are happening to them right now that stops them from writing. Okay, so this is supposed to shake them and wake them up. Here are all the things that are going on in your life. You don't want it. Like, this isn't what you want, but you're still experiencing it. So let's change that. Let's solve all of those problems, solve all of the shit that you're experiencing every day by working with me. Okay, so we're presenting the solution to working with you. That is going to solve all of the shit that they are experiencing every day. And then the call to action, hey, hit reply, let's have a chat. Okay, so imagine that, like, your client is like making coffee and dragging their feet and then all of a sudden you're like, truth bomb. I kind of, I'm not going to tell you. Okay, I imagine it like Tom Jones. I don't know why, because he did a song, well, I do know why. He did a song called Sex Bomb, like, 15 years ago with the Cranberries, I think. And I kind of just always have this image when I think of that song of him like throwing like a sex bomb at people and it exploding in their faces. I even wrote a mini story about it in high school because I'm an idiot. But anyway, so I kind of imagine Tom Jones throwing a fucking truth bomb at someone and it explodes in their lap and they can't not look at it and they're like, oh, fuck. Tom Jones is right. Okay? So, you've sent out, this is your fourth email that you've sent out. So along the way, people are signing up, people are paying you. But you've got all these inquiries and maybe even sales calls that aren't converting. These people are still getting these emails, and every time you send it, you are building that moment for them to come and work with you. Unless they unsubscribe because they're not your ideal clients, which is totally fine, right? Totally fine. Get the fuck out of here. If you're not vibing with what I'm writing, if you truly don't want what I talk about, even if you can't buy it right now, get the fuck out of here. Okay, and the final email is what I call the party invitation. So this is more of a straight shooting, no apologies email where we take them into the future of everything they want them, tell them how they can get there by buying your products. So really this is like, here's what you want. Here's the service that is going to get you there. Hit reply now. This is very obvious, straightforward. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it or tell a story. I'm just telling you this is what you want. The program offering product is going to get you there. Buy it. Get on a call with me. Make it happen. No fluff. But it's called a party invitation because when the energy behind it needs to be like fun, right? So when you think of a party invitation, you don't go, oh my God, limited time only. If you don't fucking sign up, then your whole entire life is shit. If you don't come to my party, you are an absolute waste of space and like you're lame. But oh my God, please, I've only got 5 limited spots to come to my party. Like, no, that's not the vibe, right? The party invitation is like, oh my God, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to have. We're going to do champagne and I'm going to make little like some sliders. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to take people out to brunch. But we're going to have this. We're going to do that. It's going to be fun. Oh my God, you should totally come because you get right? Like totally different vibes. So I want you to get into party invitation mode when you write this, and really honor the program and product and offer that you're selling. Honor the crap out of it, okay? Because when you honor it, so will your people. So those are the 5 emails that you can write and repurpose and use for every launch, for new people coming into your world, and for your current list anytime you need to make that sale. Okay, what's this next slide say? The best selling happens by storytelling. Ooh, guys. Okay, I'm jumping over. I'm going to come and see. What do you think of these 5 emails? Alexandra, yes, the truth bomb is where they're at right now. The shit that they're experiencing in their daily life that sucks that you can fix. Love them. Guys, remember what we're doing with these 5 emails is fixing the start of your pipeline, right? So the start of your pipeline is bringing in and attracting the right people and filling up more, getting more inquiries, getting more sales calls, which is going to get you more clients. From 1% through that pipeline to 5% through that pipeline. That's what these emails are going to do for you. Yeah. Okay, so the last section is to show you how to map out all of this. So I've given you the exact 5 emails. You can go off and write them, but I want to kind of break down why each of these emails work. So when you want to write other things, right? So these 5 emails you are going to reuse. I'm going to cut that resistance like I did with Mia, and you're going to reuse them. But there are going to be times in between using these emails where you're going to need to write, or you're going to want to write a post, or you're going to want to show up, right? Or you've got something else. I'm going to talk to you about the 3 reasons and 3 things that you can carry over from these emails into all of your content. Okay? So, oh, sure, I need to share. I need to share. So this is the reason why these emails work is because they follow a formula, and I'm going to share that with you right now. And the segue is the best selling happens by storytelling. So here are the 3 steps to content that always freaking sells. The reason why these 5 emails sell is because they follow the 3-step formula. And I'm going to reveal that right now just to really solidify your education. So you can take this with you and be able to show up anywhere. Okay. So the first is every single one of the emails in the 5 email series has a soft pitch. And your soft pitch is the sentence or paragraph at the end of your email where you talk about your offerings. So notice in each of those 5 emails, I don't not talk about your offer. I'm always talking about your offer. Now, the reason why this works is because you've told this, I'll get to step 2. It's step 2. But every single email must have a soft pitch. Without a soft pitch, your email is going to end very abruptly, okay? So if you tell this magnificent story or you share this magnificent piece of content and then you're like, okay, see ya, bye. It's abrupt. It doesn't work. You're not solidifying your message. And not only are you missing out on an opportunity to sell, but it just leaves people hanging. People want to be told what to do next. How many times do you ask your partner to figure out fucking dinner because you don't want to, you want direction? Tell me, hey, just tell me what you want and I'll go buy it. Tell me what you want and I'll go make it. People love to be told what to do. So if you don't have a soft pitch at the end of your email, you are doing your email a disservice, and it's a waste of an email. This is what your soft pitch looks like. It is the linking phrase and then the call to action, okay? And I will give you an example of it right now just to show you what I mean. But ultimately, it is when you talk, you've got all this beautiful content, you have a nice linking phrase so it's not just like here's all my content, love Elizabeth, PS, buy my shit, right? We link it all together. So for example, here is a soft pitch. And so the linking phrase can feel like it's part of the content, which is what it's supposed to look like. And this is one we wrote for Ashley. Here's the thing. 1 in 3 of new businesses fail in their first year and only 6% ever reach 6 figures. Why? I believe it's new business owners' lack of entrepreneurial knowledge. So if you want to become one of the statistics, so if you don't want to become one of the statistics, if you want to grow your knowledge and learn the exact steps to launch online and do it successfully, let's talk. Book your free consult with me by clicking here. So all of this is the linking phrase. This is the call to action. Okay? So if you took all of this out and you only had the whole entire email about businesses failing or trying to be successful, it would feel so abrupt. Okay? So every single email you write has a linking phrase. Here's the linking phrase. Tell them how they could get there, then have the call to action. There will be a linking phrase here when you present the solution, okay? They all have a linking phrase. Second step is every single email is a story-based email. We are story showing because people buy based off emotion. Then they use logic to justify the purchase only after their initial emotional yes. And stories make people feel. So if we can make people feel, we can make them buy. If we can elicit and bring emotion, we can make them buy. The way we do that is with stories. So every single email has a story to tell. I just said all of this. Stories bring out emotion. They build connection. And they allow you the creative freedom to share your personality, make it fun, entertain the pants of your people. So I guess on top of the fact that they just sell, you get to bring yourself into the story. You get to entertain with the story. So yay, stories. And finally, the reason why these 5 emails work is because subject lines are the things that they get open. So we haven't spoken about the subject lines in the emails, but this is something that is very important that you need to consider when you write your emails, because the subject line is the written equivalent of the first impression. Okay, so what that means is your subject line is there to serve one critical function, and that's to get people to read the next line. So the next line is inside the email, aka they want to open the email to read the next line. Okay, so how do we do that? How do we entice someone, impress them, make that impression that they actually want to read the next line? We use surprises. We leave them guessing and we use open loops. So here's what happens. We have a reptilian brain from the caveman days that will either kind of snooze and go on autopilot when it's safe, when it has knowledge, when it knows what's coming, or it will turn on and we will be on high alert, paying insane amounts of attention when we don't know something, when something is missing, when something is said in a different way than what we're used to seeing it, or when there's something that we need to close, when we're being exposed to an opening and we need closure because we can complete the information gap. Okay, so you want to wake up the lizard brain and have that lizard brain make that person pay attention. That's why we want to use surprises. We want to say, it's not about shocking or saying sex. It's not surprising anymore, promise you that. But it's about presenting an idea in a new light. Also to leave them guessing. So if they have to guess, if they don't know what's coming next, they're going to be more inclined to open. Obviously can't be vague because that's no one's going to open something that's vague. But also using an open loop. So if you start a sentence or have something that they need to complete, what's the number one key to making money, then they need to complete the loop. Even if they know the answer, even if it's what's yellow and a fruit, and it's like a banana. They still want to open to get the answer. Okay, so subject lines that get opened are super important to hooking people in because they are the first impression. And whether a person has a good first impression of you or a bad first impression of you, it doesn't matter, but their experience of you will be filtered through that impression. And it's really hard to change that first impression. So we want to make a really fucking killer first impression, not have to try to recover from a bad first impression. Cool. Okay, I'm closing this. Oh, I'm going to come back in a second because I want to share something. Yeah. Julie says, how many times would you leave between the emails? Also, how long would they be? When I write that book, that'll become a booklet. Okay, I will answer that right at the end. So I want to complete the slides and I'll answer that right in the end. So stay tuned because I will tell you about time, how long, and that kind of stuff. So how are you feeling about writing your content in general now moving forward, guys? Do you feel like you have the skills to be able to change the figures in your pipeline? Can't wait to get started. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yes, everyone needs these emails. Everyone. Okay, I'm going to switch back, finish the slides, and then let's talk about timings and the length of it. Okay, we're back? Yes, we're back. Okay, so you guys, do you see how simple this approach is? It's pretty simple. Yes, we went into the nitty-gritty when it came to the pipeline, but I really wanted you to be educated. I want you to continue to educate yourself in the process that it takes for your people to pay you. And for you to also know now that we can start at the start of your pipeline and go from 1% to 5% conversion. So once you start doing that, then you can start tinkering with other elements of your pipeline. Do you want to work on your sales calls? Do you want to work on your reply emails? Do you want to work on bringing more people in? You can play with that, but the first place to start is to write these emails and put firstly, the right people in your pipeline because we're writing the right messages for the right people. And also we're writing them in a way that is going to evoke a response. Super simple to change your entire numbers to go from 1% to 5%. Okay, it's worked for me, it's worked for my clients, it can work for you too, absolutely. There is no business that doesn't have a human that we can speak to on the human to human level. Okay, even if you're B2B, even if you're selling to the accounting division of a company, there is still a person there that you need to talk to who's going to make that decision. So you are Britney Spears, you're at a crossroads, not yet a girl, not yet a girl, not yet a woman, I don't know. But you can take my email templates, you can go off and write your emails, or as I said earlier, you can hire me and my team to write them for you. Introducing my Forever 5 Sales Emails package. We are going to write it once. You are going to use it to sell forever. And we've got 5 spots available. So I want to run through what's included, how to take advantage of the offer for the 5 people only, and then I will go into answering all of your questions, guys. So Forever 5 Sales Package is for you if the blank page mocks you. Bastard blank page. If writing isn't your zone of genius because coaching is, if your emails get pushed to the bottom of your to-do list every damn day because you're too busy and you've got other things to do with your life, if creating branding content every day hurts your brain, and if you downright hate writing, this is for you. Okay, so here's how we do it. We start with a copywriting playbook and you fill it out to get us going. So this is our starting point. Then you and I get on a deep dive discovery phone call, and that will allow me to understand your brand, your dream clients, and your dream offer to sell. So on this call, I'm going to make sure that you are crystal clear about who you're selling to, your brand, and what you're selling to. So this gets clarity, like nothing. Like I could sell this on its own for like grand because it's so insanely in-depth and gets you very, very, very clear. Because there's no point at me in going off and writing all of this without you getting clear on the foundation. So that's what that part is. Then what happens is I go off and write a 5-part email series, just like what I showed you, and it's going to build a relationship and sell at the same time. Plus, I'm going to write your sales page as well, because your website is not dead. Okay, people are going to go to your website to verify, to certify, to make sure that you're legit. So I want to make sure that with those 5 emails, even though we hit reply, they're going to want to go to your website and make sure that what they are going to buy into from you is legit. I'm going to write your sales page for you as well. So you get 5 emails that you can reuse and reuse and reuse forever. And you're going to get a sales page that is going to last you for years to come. You get 1 revision of this, and your copy will be signed, sealed, and delivered, ready to start working automatically for you. So your investment for this, oh my God, so insane. It's only 3,000 Aussie dollars for this package. And here's what happens. If you sign up from this masterclass, I'm going to be adding some bonuses. So when you say yes today, you get 2 Facebook ads written, your landing page for your opt-in, a thank you page, upsell page that can turn your browsers into buyers and hot inquiries. So this will build out your whole entire sales funnel, right? So we would do the Facebook ads into landing page, into thank you page, into your 5-part email series with your sales page accompanying it. And all of that together, humming, is your content cash machine done without you touching it, without you even touching it. It's going to work behind the scenes automatically for you. So I will add those bonuses in for you for free. So I'm just going to let you know right now there are extended payment plans available. I do not expect you to have $3,000 off the top of your head, especially in January. All I need is $500 today to lock in your spot. So we're limited to 5 spots. And let me take you back to whose emails have done what. So Ashley made $28,400 in 2 months of sending out her emails. Caroline made $25,000 in 3 months of sending out her emails. And Cara made $11,000 in her launch week of sending out her sales emails. Okay, so this shiz works. Okay, so here's what to do next. All you need to do is pay your $500 deposit. Once you make your payment, you will get an email from me and we'll schedule our call together. So I want to veto you, you want to veto me. I want to make sure that I can help you. So before we even get into it, the $500 locks you in for one of the 5 spots. We'll get on a call, make sure we're a great fit. And if we are, we'll start the process. And if we're not a good fit, I'll refund the deposit. And the bonus is we got to go on a virtual coffee date together. So I'm going to, I'm going to share this link for anyone who's interested. And I will start answering questions. Actually, I'm going to put it all here so you know what to do next. Do you guys have any questions about the offer? Hi, I'm back. Okay, let's send you this little note. Cool. Okay. Julie feels motivated to sit down and do it. Okay. Yay. Okay. Should I say okay one more time? All right. So Julia, how much time do you want to leave between the emails? It depends. The answer is it depends. It depends on what's the purpose of it? Are you using it to welcome new people into your world and setting this up automatically? Are you using it to send out to your current list right now? And what's your current emails like? And or are you sending out for a launch? So let's go through each of them. If you are using these emails as a welcome emails where it's automated and someone comes into your world and you want to send them out, I would want to get these 5 emails sent out in the first 2 weeks. So first email immediately, second email like the next day, and then I'd split it out into like 2 days, 3 days, 2 days, 3 days. So between 2 and 3 days in between, emails 3 and 5, and you're probably going to be sending them out, in the next, like within 2 weeks. That is to welcome people into your world, to train them to open emails from you, for them to see your name. So the longer that you leave it, the more time it takes to build rapport. So we can condense the time frame for people to fall in love with you by sending emails more regularly. Okay, so that would be for your email welcome series. Now, if you're going to be sending them out to your current list right now, depends on how often they've heard from you. So in the past, if you've gone dead silent and you haven't emailed your list in like 3 months, I would slow it. I would like do it once a week. I would just remind them that you exist and you're alive and hey, this is who I am, and just once a week over the course of 5 weeks. And then you can start building up to emailing them more often. If it's for a launch, usually like a cart can be open between like 3 days to 10 days really. So it depends on how often, how long your cart is open for, but those ones can go in quick succession as well because you have a deadline. So I hope that helps with like time between emails. There's no right or wrong, okay? All you need to know is the longer you leave a gap between emailing, the longer it is going to take for someone to build rapport and connection with you. The longer it is going to take for you to make the sale. That's the only thing you need to know, and you need to be comfortable with that. If you only want to email them once a month, God forbid, I don't know how you can build rapport and connection. If you're doing it once a month and you're sending people 12 emails a year, I feel like you are on the slowest burn of trying to build connection, that the momentum is going to die. But, once a week is fine. A couple times a week is fine. Anything longer than once a week, to me, is like, I know that you guys have big goals. You have big visions. You know exactly what you want, right? Like we worked out the figures. For you to get those figures, you don't have time to be emailing less than once a week. Yeah. Okay, so in terms of how long would they be? Okay, if you write them, they'll become a booklet. Okay, so the shorter the better, guys. We are in a information overload world, okay? We are skim readers. We are trained to look at things in 160 characters at a time. The shortest possible email that you can write that gets the message across, that brings the emotion. That's the rule. So I guess when we write them at the copy word, we try to keep them to 1 page only. And not 1 page full of paragraphs. 1 page of like sentences, one-liners, 1 paragraph here. Mix it up, obviously, in length and some variation for reading. But anything longer than a page, and we need to question, does this word really need to be here? Is this adding to the sale or taking it away? And that's the best way that you can go about editing your work. If go nuts and write the whole entire booklet, but then read it over and go, every single word, does this add to the sale or take it away? Does this support the sale or take it away? Right? People are busy. People are busy. The quicker you can get the message across, the chances are they're going to read the whole entire thing. So I hope that answers your question. Does anyone else have any other questions? Any other concerns? How are we feeling about overwhelm right now, guys? Tell me. We put overwhelm over here for a moment when we looked at our numbers and freaked the hell out. So now is the time for you to look at your overwhelm. Say, hey, overwhelm, come over here. Come back. What's up? Is everyone like, I'm done for the day. I'm going to go for a nap. I don't need to hang out with you anymore. And if overwhelmed, still a little sparkly, still got a pep in her step, I want you to tell her that, sister, I got this. I'm going to 5% conversion is what we're going to be doing now. So you can chill the fuck out over here. And we got power. Megan says, how long of a period do the extended payment plans take place? So we can split it out over 4 months. But I'm insanely flexible, okay? I work with people I love and I trust. And so for that, I am there to work with you. We have a 4-part payment plan, but also I have also extended to longer payment plans for clients as well. It's all on a case-by-case basis. So Megan, if you're interested, we can absolutely work with you to find the right payment plan for you and your business. Okay, so I want your payments to work in with your cash flow. I hope that answers the question. Can I summarize the 5 emails? I can. How about do you want me to PDF these slides? I'll PDF the slides and then send them to, upload them, and then you've got it. How does that sound? Okay, cool. Let me do that right now. Hang tight, guys. File, export to PDF. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. Content cache machine. Oh, bugger. There we go. When I say oh, bugger, I feel like I sound like such an Aussie. Okay. Oh, okay. Plus. Oh, okay. Hang on. Where do I? Okay, hang on. All right. I'm going to have to upload it when we get off. Okay, sorry. Sam says, would you ever add photos to your emails? So I have a header. Okay, so minimal photos, minimal imagery. This is for deliverability reasons, okay? So if you have a lot of images, it decreases your deliverability. So I would keep it to 1 or 2 images max. I prefer, and I think it's important, that there is one email and there's your face, okay? People need, like, this helps with the connection. You're writing with people. So for them to see your face at the top of the email, they can see you talking to them. So I'm definitely an advocate of having a header with your image on it to help continue to build rapport and connection so they can visualize you talking to them. I find, I know a lot of internet marketers say no images, just write it like you're writing to your best friend. And yep, totally, that's totally fine too. But I find that I don't know them personally. So I feel like I'm removed a little bit from them without seeing their face. I get emails from people, I don't even know what they look like. So I would definitely add a photo of you in the email, either in your header or even in your signature, just so people can see you and they start to see you. They start to be able to, hear you talking to them. Okay. I'm going to stop screen because I'm talking here. Here we go. Now I can add. Okay. Any other questions, you guys? Come through with the questions. Oh, there's 2. There's 2 questions here. Okay, how many days between emails? We've already done that. Sasha, okay, cool. She said she came in late. What are the first 4 emails? Good. Okay. You guys, I feel like I need to upload it and then send you the link. All right, hold tight because it doesn't let me just drop something in there. How rude. Let me add it to Dropbox and share the link. Any other questions, you guys? Any other questions? All right, I'm going to my Dropbox file. I'm going to my files. I'm gonna upload a file. Actually, yeah. Okay. I'm going to do it in Google Drive because Dropbox is saying I'm out of space and I've got to update. And I'm not going to do that on the call for you guys. More questions. Ask me more questions, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Now put it in a file for you. Google Drive's coming through. Coming through with the goods. What email service do I recommend? Guys, okay, the email service I recommend is not necessarily one or the other. What it is your email service needs to be able to automate a welcome series for you, which most will do now. It also needs to be, you need to be able to tag people so you know what they're doing. So what I find, and have a centralized list instead of lots of different lists, I find. So I guess I use Entreport. I think it's great. I've also used, it's quite expensive though. I wouldn't recommend that for like peeps starting out. I've used ActiveCampaign in the past. That was pretty great, but it does separate people into different lists, which, oh, I found it a little bit annoying. What else? I've used Convert. That's pretty good, and it is becoming more robust. But if you want to have pretty images in your emails, ConvertKit is not for you. They don't really like that. So it's very plain text and you can have like maybe one header and it's a bit janky when you try to center it. Look, at the end of the day, ActiveCampaign, Entreport, MailChimp even, like you can get by, right? Like that's like the question, you don't need to ask that question. The question you want to ask is, what am I writing? What am I writing in my emails? Okay. What, like all of them will automate it. All of them will let you filter and tag people to a certain extent. What you want to do is focus on the content of the emails, what you are selling. Okay. Anyone with the link can view. Cool. I was like double dealing with you guys right now. Okay. Here's the slides. Tell me if you can access it. Tell me if that link works. Mia, love you so much. Speak to you soon, honey. So just to wrap up Sasha's question and a bit of a neat bow, I would stress less about what your service provider is and focus more on the writing and the emailing and really speaking to the right people. So I would focus on these first 5, get them written, whatever email service provider you have, use it, see what happens. Woohoo, the link works, thank you. Okay, and Megan says, do I recommend including pricing on your website and in your email series or saving it for when you have an initial call with potential clients? So this is the first time I've put my pricing in my masterclass. Usually I don't put my pricing in there because I want people to make the decision not on price. So there are like 2 camps, right? Like people want to know price, give them the price. Look, if someone asks flat out, how much is it? I will tell them. I'm not going to like hide it and keep the cards close to my heart and make them get on a call with me before I tell them. No, that is sleazy as shit. But to actively have that price on your website, I feel like people will put it through a filter that don't have a connection with you at that one or at that like level. So I don't do it. Also, another reason why I don't do it is because yes, you have a set package and yes, you have a set program, but if you don't have that price on the website, you have the ability to flex and move that package, right? So if you get someone on a call, so if I only had a welcome series package and I only had a website package, and those were the only packages I had, then I wouldn't have the opportunity to custom create packages. I wouldn't be able to go, okay, let's do your sales page and let's do your emails and let's add on Facebook. So I didn't get to pick and choose based on what my client actually needs and wants. So that's why I don't have it on there, because I believe in treating the individual as an individual. You know, their business is unique, their needs and wants are unique. So by not having the price on your website and setting it as this is exactly what it is, it means you get to play with it a little bit, right? You get to upgrade them to more of a VIP package, or you get to strip it down and downgrade them if they're not ready for that as well. So I'm a huge advocate of meeting your clients where they're at. And not being so rigid. Now, I'm not saying to discount, no way. I'm saying you can slightly tweak and change your offerings to help them with their decision. So that's also why I don't have it on my site. And I guess maybe not all industries can do that, but definitely in a service-based industry, you have the ability to adjust your package to meet someone's needs. Obviously, if there's a compromise to your service, like it's not, like if I'm like, okay, I'll just write one email and then the end, like you will make all these sales from this one email. That's out of integrity. I can't write one email and give you $10,000. It's not going to happen. So again, it's like with your integrity a little bit. Cool. Does that answer your question, Megan? So I guess at the end, to sum it up in a big bow, test it, try putting it on, or if you have tried having it on, try taking it off and see what happens. I'm a big advocate of, look, this is your business, and your business, you can change and edit your business with the publish of a button. So feel free to give it a shot one way, edit it, and see what it's like another way. Okay, Judy says, if you don't have client stories to showcase. Okay, so if you don't have any testimonials, what I said is to create a story. So this isn't a testimony. Create a story of your ideal client, what their life is like before working with you, and what you dream their results are going to be after working with you, and create a story around a fictional character. With people on my list who have already purchased skincare before, should I still be writing emails with the original pain point in mind? Depends on the original pain point. I guess if your skincare, I guess if they stop using your skincare, are their pain points going to come back? And if so, then yeah. No worries, Sam. Thanks for joining. So if your peeps stop using their skincare, what will happen? Do they return to the same pain points? Then I would remind them, this is what happens when you don't get on top of reordering. This is, don't forget where you were at before. Like, let's get on top of it. I think that works. Awesome. Okay, any other questions before we wrap this up? You guys, as I said, you can go off and write these emails all on your own with the templates that I just shared with you, but you can also hire me and my team to write them for you. We have our Forever 5 email package where we write your 5 emails plus your sales page. And when you sign up from this masterclass, this is a masterclass only special, you will get 2 Facebook ads written for you. You get your landing page. You get your thank you page written as well, for a sweet, sweet deal of 3,000 Australian dollars. So anyone not in Australia is in America or the UK are getting a nice little discount. this is only available for 5 people. As I said, we have extended payment plans. We can do a 4-month payment plan. We can do longer. We can do shorter. All we require, we being me, is a $500 deposit to lock in your spot, because there are only 5 spots available because time is limited. And once you pay that $500 through PayPal link I sent, you'll get an email from me. We'll get on a powwow. We'll have a virtual coffee date and make sure that you and I are a perfect fit for each other before we take another step forward. And if you're not, you get a full refund. And what else do you need to know? You need to know that these emails and these sales pages have made my clients thousands and thousands of dollars. So if you're looking to bump up to that 5-figure mark, and if you've done your numbers and you know what your 1% of your list is and you know what 5% of your list is, those are your expected results from working with me and my team. What else? What else do you need to know? People are dropping like flies. That's cool. It's cool. It's my singing voice. We're wrapping up. I just really suck at saying goodbye. So I would absolutely love to take this off your plate. I would absolutely love to write them for you so you can get on with doing the amazing things in your life that you're meant to be doing. So yeah, that's it. You have the PDF. I love you. Thank you so much for going through the workshop with me today. And I want you to love yourself, okay? You're amazing. You're an incredible entrepreneur. You are empowered now. You have the power. You have the knowledge. So have a fabulous day. If you have any questions about the Forever 5 package, totally email me. I'll answer you and we'll have a chat. And also, if just FYI, if you want help in your funnel, in your pipeline, in any other parts of your business, hit reply, because I'm here for you, okay? And I believe in you, and what you're doing is amazing. From me and my crack in the wall. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous day and evening, and I will speak to you soon. Bye, guys.